Infinite love, beautiful people. Welcome back to a new inquiry. In today's inquiry, we will talk about time. What is time? Do we need time in our life to change our lives? What the time, psychological time, does to your brain, how to avoid this. If you stick until the end of this inquiry, if you give your attention, you will see for yourself. Let us now inquire together. As long as the human thought exists, there was the concept of the time. Time that always moves, always passes by, and we don't have say in that. So, how did this thought create the concept of time? Why did it create, and how does it affect our lives? To inquire into this, we have to know and see how our brain functions. So, to really inquire into all of this, we have to have an open mind. We also have to be able to observe the things as they are, to face with the facts, not what we want them to be or don't want them to be, but what actually the fact is. So when you are ready, not to agree with me or disagree, but to say, let us observe this together and see is this makes sense, then we can inquire into this. So how does the human brain function? If you observe your own brain and the brain of entire human society, because it is the same brain, you will see that we function as a thought basis. So the brain sees something, stores it inside, and then creates a thought from it. How did the brain invent the concept of the time? First of all, what is the time? Time is the movement for one object from point A to point B, and the distance that it travels between these two dots we call a time. So we have seen the outside that we need a time to go from, for example, from New York to London. We need a time to move from point A to B. We have also observed that other human beings or also animals or plants need a time to grow up. So they are small and they are becoming larger with time. And also with time they wither and die. So we have invented psychological time. The brain has seen all of this, stored it, and also said, yes, psychological time also exists inside, but we haven't done that consciously. We have accepted without questioning, and that is one of the biggest problems for the human mankind. Accepting everything, creating authority. When you question everything, then you can see beyond what is presented. Then you can see the truth. Because there is no way to a truth. The truth is, just is. Any way that you want to take will lead there where you have set your attention. It will not guide you to truth. So because we have created psychological time, because we have seen the objects moving from point A to point B, we have also started the thinking that we need the time psychologically to change. Because we have collected all of these memories and now gradually we will change. For example, if you have done some bad things, let's say for example you were a thief and you have seen that you are doing bad things, you are stealing from other human beings and you want to change. How do you change? Do you do it instantly or you need a time for it? Observe it deeply, give attention to this. If it requires, pause the video and see for yourself inside. Don't analyze, don't think, but observe the problem. When you need time, what is happening? If you say, I need a time to stop being a thief, that means while you are stopping to be a thief, you are still thief because you are still stealing. You haven't stopped it. But when you say, I'm changing right here, right now, then you have changed instantly, because you have stopped right now and you have never again stole something from anyone. So you do not need time for change. Because we are living life where there's everything now, inside of your brain, you can only experience now. You can never experience that what was before and that what will come tomorrow, because that which will come tomorrow will be now, and that which you remember is just a vague, dead memory. It's not now. So we only experience now. Therefore, there is no psychological time. There is always now. And the problem with the changing, I will be a better person, I will stop my bad habits, I will change. All of that requires time. And when you require a time, you are not changing. You are same. There is always tomorrow. There is always next moment. You will change tomorrow for a year. And when you decide to actually change, what takes place? You have stole yourself, for example, for 2 or 3 years, saying, I will change tomorrow, I will change tomorrow. And then there comes day and you say, never again. And you have changed instantly. But you think that you needed a time. Actually, you have only stole it. What would happen if you, when the first time you have seen that, the first day, not after 2 or 3 years, you have said, never again, the problem would end it. Because we have invented time, because of our laziness, because the facts, because we do not want to face the facts, we have invented the psychological time. Because I will do it tomorrow. Because we don't want to face the fact that we are a bad person, we are doing bad things. We have invented psychological time. So what if you start facing the facts? What if you face the fact that you are lazy and do it right here, right now? When you give attention, when you are more and more in the presence, what is happening? Psychological time is deleted. That is the only thing that you need time, because you have created illusions inside of your head that needs to be observed, that requires from you to give attention, so that you learn again to be now, to be present in moment, to see illusions inside of your head. When you give attention, when you develop the skill of observation, you are seeing yourself and you are learning from yourself every second. And learning never stops, because it is always now. So you always have to learn, because everything constantly changes. Nothing is the same. You have to change every second when it's needed. Not what you like or don't like, but you have to have a sense of responsibility. And responsibility comes into a being when you see what is needed to be done and you act upon it. Not waiting for tomorrow, but actually you do it now. Please, as always, give attention in your life. Observe your life. Observe how you function. What are you doing with your life? Why are you doing? Why are you wishing what you are wishing? Question everything. Are they your wishes or someone has told them to you? Are you a lazy person? And if you are, face the fact. When you face the fact, when you give attention to it, what happens? It melts away completely, but you have to stay with it. When you do that, your mind becomes sharp. Your brain cell changes because it actually uses different chemicals to function. your structure of the neurons changes. They require new paths, because before they were connected with the laziness and with the concept of tomorrow. Now you are deleting them and your brain actually changes completely, so that you are ready to face the fact, so that you are ready to do what is needed right here, right now. Not tomorrow, not in 5 years, but now. So please do this in your life. Give attention. Start with small things. Observe yourself how you function. For example, how you function with your family. Do you give them attention and love when it's needed? Not when you want it or don't want it, but when you actually need to give attention to your wife or to your man or to your children. Try this in your life and see the change. Thank you for inquiring with me, and until next video, infinite love.